Paper, scissors, rock, shoot. 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 4-0. 4-0.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? And the home of God.
Rock, paper, scissors. A game that many of us learned as children. Although at times the game can be difficult to master, the childlike joy that once existed still does for these college students. This alternative to coin flipping has been used throughout history to settle simple disputes amongst friends. However, for the Champaign County Park District and a select few students here at the University of Illinois, this game has taken on an entirely different meaning. As I stood here trying to figure out just exactly why so many kids were playing this childhood game, I decided to track down someone who could help answer some of my questions.
My name is Scott Wolf. I'm a senior in finance. I am the senior advisor now for the Illini Summer Opportunity Organization, and I, along with 3 or 4 of my friends, started the organization last year for the first time.
Can you just give me like a quick overview of the event, like who it's benefiting and
all right,
like
well,
that?
Basically, 2 years ago, I used to run the sports camps for the Deerfield Park District, and 2 years ago, crazy day. You know, we had nothing to do. Kids were getting bored with tennis, baseball. We said let's just do something totally crazy. I had some poster boards, markers, so I put them up, and I'm like, what can we do? We got to kill 2 hours, and you know, for some reason, I was like, let's just have a rock paper scissors tournament. Don't ask me why. So we had the 3rd grade, 4th grade, set them up in brackets. Had no idea what was going to happen. You know, all of a sudden, like 45 minutes later, these kids are just going nuts. Like they're screaming, cheering for their friends. Like, you know, I'm getting them riled up. I'm whistling. I'm giving them timeouts. People are coaching each other. Counselors are bringing kids to the side and like telling them throw a rock. You know, and the other kids, no paper. Comes down to it, this 4th grader beats a 3rd grader. The 4th grader gets picked up by all of his friends, runs out. So, you know, then I get to school, you know, and once all this stuff got started, and we were like, all right, let's, you know, we decided we're gonna make the philanthropy. How are we gonna make some money to do this? I was like, let's do the rock paper scissors show. It'll work. You know, I mean, we just can't. You know, obviously with the 4th graders, we could give them lollipops and Snickers bars. You know, with college kids, you got to give them free trips to Mexico.
Just for your own information, last year, first prize was a free trip to Mexico and 65 burritos. Second prize was nothing. This year, we were a little more generous because the girl almost started crying.
As far as like when students see all these prizes they can win, they obviously, you know, think twice. Like, yeah, I can do something good, and I can maybe walk out with the next prize.
So what were you trying to achieve throughout this whole process?
The objective was to send kids to camp. The objective was to raise a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, and send kids to camp. I think a big reason for the success of the rock paper scissors tournament, obviously, is everybody wants to give to charity. You know.
7 minutes!
This year alone, up till now, the rock paper scissors tournament raised around $18,000. Last year, 115 children in the local community received fully paid summer camp scholarships to go to camp. And we're hoping that in 2008, you know, because of the even increased revenue, this will be an even greater number. You know, maybe instead of getting to go to 1 session, these kids will get to go to 2 sessions, which I think makes a pretty big difference. You know, you're a kid, you can't, it's not your choice, you know, it's not your choice where you're born into, but the fact is that anyone who's been around summer camps, anyone who's been a counselor, anyone who's gone, would realize just the impact. I mean, it's crazy, the impact that has on the kids.
A free trip to Acapulco with SCS, and 50 Chipotle burritos for you and your closest friends. All right, the way we're going to do this round is just to pick up the intensity a little bit. It's going to be best out of 7, and you are going to have 1 timeout where you can walk away and think. Feel free to call your a timeout at any point, but don't do it. Do it at a reasonable time.
And just knowing that if you can get all these people with a different skill set, you know, one guy who's great at computers, one guy who's great at accounting, and one guy who's great at marketing, and one guy who's great talking, when you bring all these people together with like one common goal, it's really crazy to think what you can achieve.
No, it's past the 7.
Does anyone want a timeout? Would you like to take a timeout?
Sometimes, like, you gotta be crazy. You know, you gotta be nuts. A lot of my friends are like you're asking me, like, freaking nuts. But the thing is that, like, if you're not, you gotta be nuts sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and sometimes you end up having 1,000 people at a freaking rock, paper, scissors tournament. It was awesome. I think that if you really want to make a difference, everybody's got to win. And that means the people who are helping you out, the people who are donating, the people who... If everybody comes out a winner, then I think you can do great things.
You guys keep that. That was awesome. Good job.